Hey there everyone, and welcome to this week's market update. Last week in El Paso County, we saw a total of 229 new properties come to market. We saw 35 price increases. We saw 34 price decreases. We saw 24 homes that came back on market. Those are houses that were under contract that didn't make it all the way to close for one reason or another. And we saw 284 houses that sold and closed out completely. So last week was the second week in a row, the second time that I saw more than 200 properties come to market in a 7-day period. Now again, we've seen a huge deficit in the amount of properties coming to market every single week. During the holidays of 2020, we saw less than 100 properties coming to market for about 6 weeks, from right before Thanksgiving to right until after Christmas. And then after the new year, we saw a lot of activity pick up. However, with more buyer activity, we didn't see quite as many properties coming to the market as we needed to satisfy the demand. During January and February, we saw about 100 to 150 properties coming to market every single week. And as of recently, we've been closer to the 140 to the 160 mark, which is an improvement from what we saw during the holiday season and going into the new year. However, even seeing 140 to 160 properties every single week is still about half of what we saw last year. And last year was still quite a bit of a tight market. So again, with the second time seeing more than 200 properties come to the market in a 7-day period, hopefully this is the beginning of the spring market rolling into the summer market, where we'll see more properties come to the market, come out for sale every single week. Across the nation, we're seeing very similar trends. Week to week, we're seeing only half of the amount of new listings come to market every single week as we saw last year. Because of the low inventory of resale houses, we're seeing a spike in the demand for new construction. And one of the challenges with this is the price of supplies has really been putting pressure both on the builders and the buyers who are wanting to purchase these new construction homes. The price of lumber is still significantly up, which definitely drives up the cost of what it takes to build these new houses, and that cost is passed on to the customers. Not only that, but the availability of pieces like electrical equipment that goes into houses, or the availability of these has still been disrupted and is still making it harder to get a hold of certain materials to finish houses. However, in all this craziness, builders are still trying to be a little bit more conservative. They're still selling lots, they're still selling houses, but they don't want to sell too far into the future because they're not entirely sure where prices are going to be at for selling houses and where prices are going to be at for building materials here in the near future. If you have any questions on any of the information I covered today, you can always give me a call, send me a text, send me a message anytime. That concludes this week's market update, and thank you for watching.